upcoming new moon in Gemini offers us the opportunity to rewrite old stories and explore different mindsets. Hi, I'm Megan, human being, and here to help you work with the energy of our moon and stars. With that being said, please subscribe and let's get into the video. This upcoming new moon in the sign of Gemini will be occurring on either Saturday, June 17th or Sunday, June 18th, depending where you are. In Eastern Standard Time, it will be occurring a little after midnight at 12:47 a.m. on that Sunday. So why even work with the moon? And I know that can sound a little woo. The moon operates on a 29-day cycle that begins with the new moon, culminates in the full moon, and then diminishes back down to the new moon again. And so the cycle will rinse and repeat. As humans, we are naturally attuned to the lunar cycle. When you think about it, however many hundreds or thousands of years ago, during the full moon, when things were bright, before we had candles and electronics, that was when you could go out and do stuff. You could maybe party a little bit later in the night, you could actually see at night. Whereas the new moon, the period of darkness, was a time of staying in, staying safe, reflecting, and then planning for the next few weeks. By working with the lunar cycle, we can use these energies to amplify what we're doing instead of fighting against them. You don't want to be doing something super active and social during the new moon or vice versa during the full moon. To the skeptic, I like to say that the moon affects the tides, right? We know for a fact that the moon affects the tides, and humans are 70% water. So who's to say the moon does not have an effect on us? The period right before the new moon is called the dark moon and is a reflective, introspective time, and I would not recommend trying to manifest or work on anything that you're going to grow until that actual June 17th, 18th date when the new moon has actually begun. This new moon is going to be occurring in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini is an air sign, so it's associated with thoughts, thinking, intelligence, a very, very intellectual sign. Objectively, like if we're thinking of just pure IQ, I would consider Gemini to be the smartest sign. Gemini is also a mutable sign, which means it occurs at the end of its season. It is the last sign up here in the northern hemisphere of spring before we transition into the full bloom of summer. As they are a transition, mutable signs are more flexible, flowy, adaptable. They're down for anything. In Greek mythology, Gemini is associated with the legend of Castor and Pollux, the twins. And fun fact, Gemini is the only zodiac sign that is represented by a plurality of objects, so it is the twins that is their symbolism. Gemini is such a social sign. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which also is ruled by Virgo. Gemini is more of an outward communication, while Virgo is more of an introspective refinement type of communication. If you are looking for a creative solution to a problem, you call it Gemini. Gemini rules the third house of the mind, communication, your relationships with friends, family, and sort of your immediate community. So this month, look to see what's in your third house and see how you can align more with the higher vibration of that sign. It's also a great time to see what house Gemini is in your chart. If you have Gemini in your second house of wealth and finances, you might consider doing a collaboration with someone to make some money. Comment below what house Gemini is in your chart, and I will respond with a couple ideas of things to work on for this new moon. Some rituals you can work on for this new moon, and I recommend doing anything when you're trying to manifest or bring something in after that June 17th, 18th time, just because the dark moon isn't necessarily a good time to start anything. So let's talk about some rituals and actions you can take in order to harness the energy of this Gemini new moon. So the first thing you can do is go a new place with someone who you don't normally hang out with. This is the perfect moon to channel both that Gemini curiosity and socialness, whatever, and try something fun with someone new. It could go great, it could go horribly, but either way, you will likely learn something about yourself. Another ritual is to watch a documentary on something you're curious about. So that could be anything from Greek mythology to space to mermaids, whatever you want as long as it piques your curiosity. As Gemini rules the hands, this is your permission to go get a manicure. That's right, if anyone questions you, you just send them to me. Our hands are how we communicate with the world. So if your hands are looking a little rusty and ragged, that's the energy that you're bringing towards everything you're working on. Even if you're just doing a manicure at home, give your hands a self-care moment. Another ritual for this Gemini new moon is to do some yoga outside. Really connect with the grounding energy of the earth. As Gemini is an air sign, it can be kind of an ungrounded energy, so we really want to make sure we're bringing ourselves back to earth, literally and physically. For this new moon, let's start start out our journaling with some intention setting. New moons are a great opportunity to see what themes and energies we're trying to bring into our life for the next month. So grab your notebook and write down at least 3 pages on how you envision your next month going, what energies you want to bring into your life, where could you maybe improve your life a bit. Write down everything that comes up for at least 3 pages. Some journaling questions are, what stories about yourself do you need to rewrite? What are you talking yourself into? What tone is your inner dialogue? How can connecting with others help you be your best self? And how can I open my perspective to new ideas? For this moon, I pulled the 9 of Wands tarot card from the Thoth tarot deck. This card is associated with the moon in Sagittarius, and 9 represents the last sign before completion. So the last step or struggle before the final victory. So this card shows strength as well as determination. Just something to think about for this new moon. Tarot is really a psychological exercise, so you can take this card to mean whatever you think it means. New moon allows us to work with our mindset and how we communicate with not just others, but ourselves. Our thoughts create our reality. So how can we shift our mindset to level ourselves up to an even better reality? If you don't get a job offer after interviewing, someone with a negative mindset might see it as a rejection, they're a total failure, or you might reframe that and think, okay, this is just a redirection for an even better job. Themes around this new moon are going to be recalibrating that mindset and our communication. I hope you enjoyed this guide for the upcoming new moon in Gemini. So I'm still doing a giveaway, but my Libra self could not decide on what to give away. So please let me know in the comments. It's either going to be a $50 gift card to Magic of Eye or to Witch Baby Soap. And I've got videos for both of those on my channel, but Magic of Eye is like planners, journals, and Witch Baby Soap is like bath product. So let me know which one you guys would prefer in the comments, either Magic of Eye or Witch Baby Soap, and I will do a giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.